Hello, candle lovers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am ready to head into Bath & Body Works to see what is happening for Halloween. Look who's with me.
Hello.
Say hi, Steve.
Hi.
Are you excited to do some Bath & Body Works shopping?
Candles.
All right, let's go. Come and join us as we are shopping at the Bath & Body Works in Market Mall, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. All right, you guys, this was a really fun store walkthrough to film with Steve. Right at the front of the store, big tables. The big three tables at the front of the store were all Halloween. There was a ghoul friend table on the right, a big Halloween table with the luminary and everything in the middle. And then off to the left, there was the big red table with vampire blood and everything. It says, celebrate Summerween. Yeah, we're trying to, except it's hot as heck out. And it feels weird to really be celebrating Halloween. All right, I'm going to look at the 3-wick candles all first. And like all my store walkthroughs, you can navigate the chapters that you want to watch and the product categories that you want to watch. I've split everything into chapters. We have Ghoul Friend here. Really cool looking candle. I loved the lids on these candles. Even the inexpensive candles had really great lids. The scent notes are dark strawberries, ghostly peony, and spine-chilling citrus on Ghoul Friend. And yeah, really excellent. I think that these candles looked better in person than they did in all of the pictures that I've seen. And that's usually the case for Bath & Body Works, which I think is a good thing, to be honest with you. And here we have the Wicked Vanilla Woods. This is probably my favorite Halloween fragrance that Bath & Body Works does. I love me some vanilla. This is a really good sort of smoky, peppery vanilla. The scent notes are magical vanilla, glowing amber wood, and enchanted pink pepper. That is such a good one. I took that home with me. And here's the fancy candy apple cauldron candle with the bubbly lid. A little holographic design on top of the lid makes it look like, you know, there's a cauldron of magical potions brewing inside the vessel. The scent notes on candy apple cauldron are mysterious green apple, simmering sugar, and crystallized bergamot. I think that that is the best looking candle that I saw. And now we have the ice cream float in 3-wick. I'm surprised they didn't give this one the big, huge, fancy lid, $45 treatment, but it looks good. I like the way that the regular, 3-wick candles looked. I think that these lids are actually really nice, too. And the scent notes on this are fizzling cola, frightful vanilla float, and spooky sweetness. Yeah. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Where did I go next? I mean, there was just a lot of ground to cover in the store today. This is Vampire Blood, and this is the regular Vampire Blood candle, or should I say the cheaper one. They have this candle, and they also have a 3-wick Vampire Blood with a very fancy lid, which I'm going to show you in a second here. Not a favorite fragrance for me. Red berries, night blooming jasmine, and petrifying plum are the scent notes on that. Petrifying plum. And now I think I'm going to show you the fancy Vampire Blood. Yeah, here's the really fancy one. If I liked this fragrance even just a little bit more, I probably would have taken this version home with me, but I don't know. I just couldn't justify it, even though the lid is beautiful. I mean, look at that. It's really cool. I kept kind of trying to move it around in the lights so you could get a good look at it. Those hearts and the bats and yeah, everything about this candle was just fantastic looking. Just not a fragrance for me. Yeah, red berries, night blooming jasmine, and petrifying plum. Petrifying plum. And now I'm checking out the pumpkin carving candle. I really, really love the 3-wick pumpkin carving candle. I get one of these every year. I didn't pick one up on this trip. I've got a lot in my stash. Wasn't really interested in paying full price for this one, but it looks really good. It smells really good. It smells just as pumpkin-y and as fresh as it always does. The scent notes on pumpkin carving are freshly carved pumpkin, spiced pumpkin seeds, and smooth brown sugar. That's a good one. I'd say my favorite pumpkin candles from BBW are pumpkin vanilla cream, white pumpkin oak wood, and pumpkin carving. Now I'm going to be checking out some of the candle holders and pedestals. This spider was really, really big. This spider was bigger in person than I thought it would be and very heavy. And it was just covered in glitter. And I think you'll be able to see that the glitter kind of rubbed off on my hands. And you'll see for a couple moments in this video, I've got that glitter sort of left over on my hands from touching it. So buyer beware. It is one of those products where the glitter kind of rubs off on you. The frog pedestal with the witchy hat, I liked this one. There was something that looked a little bit odd to me about the way the top of the hat sort of meets the pedestal part of that holder, but I still thought that frog was really cute. Been seeing a lot of frogs lately at Bath and Body Works. I love this dripping skull pedestal. This is the one pedestal that I decided to take home with me. I really like the way that this looks. It looks even cooler in person than it does in photos and videos. This one is quite heavy as well. It really feels quite substantial, and it really feels very, very sturdy. Like, I wouldn't be afraid to put a candle in there at all. We've got this sort of like Halloween bakery wedding cake situation with skulls and bats. Something about that one didn't really appeal to me much. It looks a little bit, I don't know, childish. I thought that this light up ghost was really cute. I'm showing you one of the ghosts that is lit up there. That's a fun pedestal. I think that will be really popular. And this is sort of a little witch's cauldron that's meant to hold body care. And they did have these little cauldrons set up with pieces of body care lined up in them throughout the Halloween displays. I thought that was really cute. The floor sets looked amazing. And here we've got the sort of vampire black cat, which I think is really cute. It is sort of an odd sort of felt material. I like this one too. This one's actually really cute. This is just sort of a candle sleeve. I'm not big on the BBW holders that look like that because depending on the candle that you put in there, depending on what the candle looks like that you put in there, I think you get really mixed results on how those sort of end up looking overall. And here we've got the Frankenstein hand. Once again, this pedestal, it really is a lot sturdier and a lot heavier than it looks. Something about this one just didn't really appeal to me either, to be honest with you guys. It is glow in the dark though, which I think is really, really cool. I have to say, everybody at this store is so wonderful. All the sales associates that work here, we were just talking. Me and Steve were just talking to them the whole time we were in the store. Really, really great coming into this location. A little vampire blood single wick with a very cool lid. They have really been putting some great looking lids on the single wick candles that they have recently. I really like this Wicked Vanilla Woods single wick. The sort of skull motif on this one matches the way that the 3-wick candle looks, and I took this one home with me as well. There's Steve's feet standing around watching me just inspect everything like I'm some sort of a detective or a Bath and Body Works historian and researcher. The ice cream float single wick, I gave that to Steve. I was like, put it in the bag, girl. We are taking that one with us. What else do I see here? More vampire blood. Woohoo. The vampire blood single wicks were like all over the place. They had lots and lots of single wicks on the Halloween floor sets. What do I check out next? I think I'm gonna look at some of the Wallflower plugs. The Wallflower plugs are really cute, and they mostly have sort of the same designs and cast of characters, the same themes as a lot of the other Halloween products that we have seen. The black cat there. This one is the witch's cauldron. I think this one would look really cool when it's plugged in and lit up. You guys know I don't really do wallflowers from Bath and Body Works just because I don't see the point. I always have candles burning at my place. I have multiple candles usually burning at my place. I really like this one too, this vampire coffin. This one is really neat. This is like light up projector that sort of lights up your wall. An Enchanted Delights bake shop is what this looks like. Kind of similar to the big, gigantic luminary, which you'll catch another peek of in this video soon. And here we've got another like witchy frog. A really cute frog that likes to be casting some spells. This one's really neat too. I've got to say that all of the wallflowers and accessories are so great. It does sometimes kind of make me feel like the actual candles and body care are sometimes a bit of an afterthought for Bath and Body Works when it comes to Halloween. There's just so much detail and effort and design put into the accessories and the wallflower plugs and all that stuff, and sometimes it does feel like the candles are a bit of an afterthought, but hey, it is what it is. There were some of the wallflower fragrances, and here's that big luminary that was sitting on display. I asked the sales associate how many of these big, huge bake shop luminaries they had in stock, and she said that their store got 9 of them and probably won't be getting any more. So Market Mall, as of yesterday, has 9 of those big, gigantic luminaries if you're interested in getting one. The price tag on those is $350 Canadian. We've got some Frankenstein Shea-infused socks here. Was just showing you some of the other sort of random accessories that they've done this year. This little cauldron Pocketback I thought was really cute. And you can see all that glitter on my hands now from handling that blingy spider. And this is a ghost foaming hand soap holder. Super cute. Another product I've never bought one of the foaming hand soap holders from Bath and Body Works before. I feel like they just take up a little bit more space on a bathroom counter than I would like. It doesn't really match the vibe that I have going on in my bathrooms, but they always look really, really, really cute. This is more of a sort of foaming hand soap sleeve, I guess, to, just add a little bit of a pop to your foaming hand soap. Really cute, really, really interesting design. I was really impressed with all of the detail that went into some of these accessories. Checking out some Pocketbacs now. We've got the pumpkin carving Pocketback. And we've got the candy apple cauldron Pocketback. Look at all that glitter left over on my fingers from the spider. Yeah, it is kind of disappointing though. That factored into my decision of not getting the bling spider. I don't like the products where the glitter just sort of rubs off and gets everywhere on you. Bath and Body Works puts out quite a few glittery products that do that. Gonna go through a bunch of the hand soaps now. This one is Vampire Blood. The Vampire Blood and the Ghoul Friend hand soap sort of look kind of like a two-piece collection to themselves. They have a bit of a different design than the other foaming hand soaps do. And this is the gel version of the Vampire Blood soap. They had pretty much an entire table that was like red themed. And that table was all Vampire Blood stuff and the men's Immortal body care and cologne line. I took a lot of the hand soaps home with me. I think I took one of every single one of the Halloween hand soaps home with me. All the foaming hand soaps. I didn't pick up any of the gels, but I love me some foaming hand soaps. I always have one at every sink in my place. And this one is really, really cool too. I think that the labels on these are really fun. I like the use of color. I like the black pumps on top of them. I think the foaming hand soaps all looked really great. I know those are always really popular for Halloween. I saw lots of people checking out the soaps. The pumpkin carving. I love this bright orange. I just love the way that this one looks. I took the pumpkin carving home with me for sure. There wasn't a sale on hand soaps either, but there was that like everyday deal of, I think it's 5 for $29. And I don't consider that a horrible price point. You know, it's not the best that it ever gets, but it's good enough to sucker me in and pick some up today while we were in the store. Like I was saying, Steve and I just had a blast walking around looking at all of this stuff. There was so much to see, you know, even though there were only 3 tables. Well, I shouldn't say only 3 tables. There were 3 big tables of Halloween stuff right at the front of the store. And they are sort of themed by color. You know, this table on the right sort of had Ghoul Friend and all of the products that sort of match Ghoul Friend and that sort of color scheme. And then to the far left, there was a big red table with Vampire Blood and Immortal. And then on the middle table, just a whole bunch of everything. A lot of Wicked Vanilla Woods and Ice Cream Float on display. I thought that the floor sets just looked really, really fantastic. You can tell a lot of time and effort is spent on, you know, setting those up. And I mean, just the placement, setting these floor sets up and placing hundreds of products so meticulously lined up everywhere. My goodness, it feels like it takes quite an effort. That was a little Vampire Blood lip gloss thing, and we've got some Vampire Blood hand cream here. I know the hand creams are a pretty popular product for them. Wanted to show you the men's Immortal cologne line. This was set up on the same table alongside Vampire Blood. I think Immortal's a really neat men's fragrance. It's a little bit different and kooky without being like too crazy. And this packaging looks amazing with the coffin door that swings open to reveal the cologne. It smelled really good. You know, I did take this cologne home with me once a while back, and I wore it for a little while. Not my favorite fragrance ever, but it's definitely something a little bit different and interesting. I enjoyed it. We've got the Immortal body wash here, or as they call it, like a 3-in-1, like face, body, and hair wash. That always kind of gives me pause. We've got the body spray here as well. I don't know. I feel like Bath & Body Works can just do away with the body sprays at this point and just give us those cologne mists. You know, the Axe deodorant vibe of those body sprays is just not my thing. We've got Vampire Blood in a room spray here as well. And what else? The Vampire Blood Fine Fragrance Mist. I am going to go through a whole bunch of the body care now at this point in the video and let you check it out. I do like that they have those sort of fauceted, interesting lids on the fine fragrance mists. This is like a shimmering fizz body lotion. It's a fun product. It really is kind of strange, though. It sort of crackles and pops as you're sort of smoothing it onto your skin. Very peculiar, but interesting and fun. Oh, hi, Steve. We also had some little minis in the body care for Vampire Blood, which are super cute. I know that a lot of people are big fans of those little mini products. They're really easy to like collect and, keep a big stash of. I'm not big on body care from Bath and Body Works. I definitely do some body washes once in a while, but that's really about it. I do love some of the body washes, though. I really enjoy their moisturizing body washes more than their gels, but those moisturizing body washes don't come out in all of the same fragrance selections that the body gels or the shower gels do. And that's always kind of annoyed me, because I just think that their moisturizing body wash is a much, much better formula. I wish we got it in more varieties. I don't think we had any moisturizing body washes for any of the Halloween fragrances. They pretty much just stuck to having the body washes and the body lotion and the fine fragrance mists for each of those fragrances. And also they had some hand creams for some of them and whatnot. I thought that this Wicked Vanilla Woods packaging was a little bit odd with those like hands on it. Like, I think they're Frankenstein hands. Not a huge fan of that. It's, I don't know, kind of cartoony as opposed to actually being spooky. This ghost Pocketback holder I thought was really cute, though. Pocketback holders are always so cute. Once again, just like the Wallflower plugs, I don't really buy the Pocketback holders either, but when I'm in the store, I think they are so fun to check out and so cute. We had a little black cat, like little coin purse here. They had some really fun looking accessories. Once again, kind of following sort of the themes of cats and frogs and ghosts and Frankenstein. That's pretty much what sort of made up the theme of Halloween this year at Bath and Body Works. The ice cream float, fine fragrance mist, and the shimmering, crackling, popping body fizz lotion. Really, really, really fun, bright colors. I like the way that the ice cream float and the Ghoul Friend products looked. Really fun use of color. And I'm just checking out the body wash here to show ya. Steve and I were just chatting away the whole time that we were shopping. And one of the girls comes up to me and is all like, "Oh, hi, Greg." She's like, "You're back again already," because I was just there when fall sort of popped off last week. Oh, the sales associates are so wonderful at this location. I mean, they're just great. They always help me, get whatever I need. And they always think it's really interesting when I go in there to like film something. Just sort of giving you an overall view of the table here. Just trying to give you a better sense of what the tables looked like. And this is like a scent portable, one of those things you put the disc in it, and then you clip it into a vent in your car. I've never had any luck getting a decent amount of fragrance out of those scent portables. I find like they only really work in the wintertime when you turn the heat on and there's like heat coming through the vents of your car. I find like it works all right then. Just giving you an overall look here at this Vampire Blood table and the big table in the middle and the Ghoul Friend and ice cream float table to the right. I kind of seized the moment when there weren't a lot of people hanging out and, getting in way of the shot. I always try to be like super courteous and not get into anybody's way when I'm doing this. And it also helps when, I try to visit the store when I know it's not going to be crazy busy. Oh, here comes Steve. Steve, I'm done now.
Pink pineapple sunrise.
Thanks so much for joining us on the store walkthrough of Halloween at Bath & Body Works today. Steve, what did you think of the Halloween in the store?
It is pretty on season and magical.
On season and magical. Anyways, we're going home to film a candle haul, which I will post tomorrow. And as for right now, we're going to go find a sunny patio and a pub.
Yep. Happy Halloween.
Thanks for joining us today, guys. You can follow me on Instagram at allabootcandles. Email your burning questions to allabootcandles@gmail.com. If you could hit me up with a like, comment, subscribe, that would mean the world to me. And until next time, my dear, gorgeous, and beautiful candle-loving friends, let's burn some candles and bitch about it. Let's burn some candles and bitch about it. Thanks, you guys.
One more time.
Let's burn some candles and bitch about it. Okay, bye, folks.